Download the BCSN Plus app today.
Well, similar to Ohio, high school student athletes in Michigan can now cash in on name, image, and likeness rights. Today, the MHSAA announces an expansion of personal branding activities, which the organization says will allow for true NIL opportunities without affecting competitive equity among member schools. Michigan and Ohio were two of the slower states to allow NIL opportunities for high schoolers. Well, in Michigan tonight, Tri-County Conference matchup, Whiteford hosting Summerfield. First quarter action, Bobcats ball down one. Not anymore. Keegan Thomas from behind the arc giving Whiteford an 11-9 lead. Other end, Summerfield senior Easton Lapoint. Big night for the big man. Drives, hangs, and hits. Bulldogs go back up by one. Second half, more lead swings. Whiteford in transition, push it ahead to Theo Jorin. Three-pointer, and Bobcats back in front by one. Game tied in the fourth. Summerfield running the weave. Lapoint making Whiteford pay. Another hoop in the paint. Bobcats up by two, or Bulldogs up by two, and they pull away from there. Lapoint kicks out to Brody St. John, three-pointer, giving us Summerfield a 7-point advantage. That's the final margin. Bulldogs happy with everyone contributing in the rivalry win.
I feel like we played amazing as a team. I feel like we had a lot of all-around scoring. We had great bench minutes and great bench energy tonight, which we usually don't have. I feel like we played all 4 quarters of basketball tonight, and I'm really happy with it.
We were just a little off tonight. We were off kilter. We couldn't make layups. We left too many layups to chance tonight. I felt like we were flipping them and not playing out of a base. We were shooting a lot of floaters instead of just getting to the rim hard. And, you know, we have a lot of size, and that's the disappointing thing is I felt like we left too many close shots up to chance.
Greg Frankie and Rick Poland made the trek to Ottawa Lake and filed this report.
Well, the scouting report for this game was that Whiteford really had the edge because of their depth and their power inside. But as it turned out, Summerfield was able to not only survive that, but even thrived in playing against that type of game.
Well, when you combine the tight defense that they played, and a lot of good man-to-man, they came out of double teams. When Whiteford tried to double team them, they passed out of those double teams. They just kind of used their quickness against the size of Whiteford and made that their advantage.
Well, I thought the thing that was really impressive in this game was that St. John and Schiffler, their 2 top scorers, who averaged between them 32 points a game, they didn't really score very much, and yet the team won, and that's what it's all about.
Well, it is. It's a team game. They were facilitators. They helped out some of the other players. Plus, when you're playing against them, you're putting up special defenses against those guys too. So they knew that, and they were able to change that scenario and pass that on to their other players to give them opportunities to play. And boy, the rest of the team came up big.
It was tied going into the fourth. Once Summerfield took the lead, they spread the floor, and their passing was just a thing to behold, and it really salted away the victory. A sweet one for Summerfield against their rivals from Whiteford on Whiteford's home court.